Well, the battle for #1 in college football still going on at this moment.
The bowl blitz. And tomorrow, when you see people at work, the guys with the big eyes, bloodshot eyes, won't be the ones that partied hard last night. They're the ones who sat up all day with the remote control watching football.
Every game.
So far, it looks good for Miami, though. Everything that had to happen for the Hurricanes to win their 3rd national championship is happening tonight. Going in, the 2nd-ranked Canes needed to beat Alabama in the Sugar Bowl and have Notre Dame knock off #1 Colorado in the Orange. Well, the Irish is doing its part. Notre Dame leads the Buffaloes 14-6. Early in the 4th quarter at the Orange Bowl in Miami. This was a scoreless game at the half. The Irish scored twice to take a 14-0 lead before Colorado got a touchdown just before the end of the 3rd quarter. And the Hurricanes are beating Bama 26-17 in New Orleans. Now, if those two scores hold up, Miami, the self-proclaimed team of the 80s, will win the 1st national championship of the 90s. Well, when Florida State started the season 0-2, even the most rabid Garnet and Gold fans didn't expect to see their Noles in a major bowl. But Bobby Bowden's troops ran off 9 straight wins to close the season and took on Nebraska in the Fiesta Bowl today. You know how Bowden loves trick plays, but look at this. Nebraska used a fake punt. Mike Stig to Richard Bell for 41 yards, setting up a touchdown and a 7-0 Nebraska lead. But FSU scored 3 times in the 2nd quarter. Peter Tom Willis to Terry Anthony to tie the game at 7. A Nebraska field goal made it 10-7 Huskers before Willis went deep over the middle to Shannon Baker. This one brought rain with it down to the 5 and set up another Willis TD pass. Willis threw for 422 yards and 5 touchdowns. This toss to Dexter Carter made it 21-10 at the half, and the Noles went on to their 10th straight victory, 41-17. Now, it marks the 3rd straight time Florida State has won on New Year's Day. They finished this season 10-2, and they'll undoubtedly place in the top 5 for the 3rd straight year. That is greatness. Now, the Rose Bowl was Bo Schembechler's last game, but Bo just doesn't know how to take it easy, I'll tell you. As Michigan Wolverines fell behind Southern Cal early, quarterback Todd Marinovich scooted in for the touchdown to put the Trojans up 7-0. Then late in the 3rd quarter, it was 10-3 SC when Allen Jefferson went in from 2 yards out to tie it at 10. They were thinking, could Bo win 2 straight Rose Bowls, something no Big Ten coach had ever done? The Trojans marched 75 yards for the winning score. Ricky Irvins, who had 126 yards, went in with just over a minute to play as Southern Cal ended Bo Schembechler's career with a 17-10 win. Bo's only win in 8 tries at the Rose Bowl was last year's 22-14 victory over the Trojans. Now to Orlando, the Citrus Bowl, where by George, the fight in Illini dumped Virginia. Illinois quarterback Jeff George put his team on top just 5 plays into the game when he hit Steve Williams with a 15-yard strike. After the Cavs tied it, George went back to the air. Here he has all day long to find Mike Bellamy way downfield, a 68-yard gain, and that would set up George's 2nd touchdown pass of the day. It was 17-7 Illinois at the half. George completed 26 of 38 passes on the day for 321 yards. His 3rd touchdown of the game went to Bellamy here for 24 yards. 31-21, Illinois was the final. It was Illinois' 1st postseason win since they beat Washington in the 1964 Rose Bowl. And the newest of the New Year's games, the Hall of Fame Bowl, saw Auburn close out its decade in style. It also saw perhaps the hit of the decade, John Cooper against Pat Dye, watching on the sidelines. Now watch this play. Buckeye safety Zach Dumas against Stacy Danley. Oh my, Jim McLaughlin felt that one sitting right next to me. That should have gotten you out of your easy chair. Take a look at it again if you can. Danley was down but not out. He came back to the game and ran for 85 yards. And that fired up the Tigers. Reggie Slack hit Greg Taylor with a touchdown pass to make it 14-10 Ohio State at the half. Slack and Taylor teamed up again in the 3rd to put Auburn up by 3, and then Slack called his own number here and scored. He was the game's MVP as Auburn won it 31-14. And Tennessee won the Cotton Bowl, outslugging Southwest Conference champ Arkansas. Down 6-3 in the 2nd quarter, Vol quarterback Andy Kelly found receiver Anthony Morgan over the middle, and he took it the rest of the way to cap an 84-yard scoring play that gave Tennessee a 10-6 lead. Freshman Chuck Webb ran for 250 yards and 2 touchdowns for Tennessee. Here, a 78-yard burst and gallop to the outside with 4 minutes left in the 3rd made it 31-13, and it was all over, including the shouting for Arkansas. Tennessee won it 31-27. So
What a hit.
Control away. That was amazing.
He ran for 85 yards, but in the right direction?
Yeah, he still knew he was on the field and running and everything, and he'll even be awake to watch 6 o'clock sports tomorrow, and we'll tell you who won the national championship.
Okay, thanks, Ken. Ringing in the new year, not with a bang, but with a